Hello everyone, thank you for coming to our channel.
Hello, it's Whitney.
And my name is Enrique for this show, so we'll do Enrique now. But anyways, one of the questions we get asked a lot is how we met. So before my wife gets into it and start lying to you guys, I want to actually tell you the truth. So anything she says, it's all lies.
No, listen, I'm going to tell you guys the honest truth. I mean, honestly.
Anyways.
Listen,
so
he was like
before we get to that though, I do want to say one thing though. As you can see, my wife is pretty beautiful, so that's one of the reasons why I got with her. So I would say you should be ashamed of yourself. Are you ashamed? You're beautiful.
What?
You should be ashamed of how beautiful you are. Are you ashamed?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
I like that. Hey,
Okay.
man, excuse me. My name's Enrique. How you doing?
Listen, he was nothing like that. He was awkward, sweating everywhere.
How was
and
I supposed to even sweating?
Yeah, you were. You were sweating.
Anyways, tell your lies first.
Okay, so here it is, you guys. I put my finger on there. But, so it was a hot summer day. It was my first day going to class.
Lies! Next!
It was a hot summer day going to my first day of classes at UCF. Go Knights! Anyway, okay, so I was new and I didn't know that you had to basically, I guess, ride the bus to campus. So, well, anyways.
Yeah, no.
Listen. No, wait.
She does this a lot. She does this a lot.
I really do.
She
I tell
can't
stories
get to the point.
long, and so this is why I'm not a good storyteller, because it's like I have so much that I want to like tell you guys, and it's like
She'll tell you everything you don't need to know. Like I'm surprised she didn't tell you what she ate that morning, but that's gonna come.
I think I ate oatmeal that morning.
You ate oatmeal? Do you even eat oatmeal? How would you eat oatmeal? You don't even eat oatmeal.
Yeah, you're right. I don't like oatmeal like that. But anyway, listen. Okay, so it was a hot summer day at UCF.
You want me to tell the truth first, and then you can go afterwards?
No, and I had just finished with classes. So it was my first day of classes. I had just finished with classes, and I was hot, tired, ready to go back to my apartment and just relax, right? So I got on the bus, and I was getting ready to go back to my apartment, and then the bus driver was kind of waiting. You know, he was getting ready to take off, and then he waited, and I was like, well, why are you waiting? You know, let's go. Let's get the move on. And so as soon as we was about to take off, one of the ladies in the back, she yelled out, wait, there's a kid running up to the bus, you know.
Okay, wait, first and foremost, kid. I'm a grown ass man. It was
like kid, okay? And so they were like, wait, a kid's running up to the bus. And I was like, ugh. So naturally, you know, when someone is like holding you back from something that you want to do, you want to stare at them to like make them feel like, okay, I did something wrong, you know, that kind of thing. So when he got on the bus, I was like, my plan was to stare him down to say, why did you have us wait? So I did. I stared him down because I was like, why would you have us sit here and wait for you? You could have just waited for the next bus. Why didn't you just wait for the next bus?
You gotta wait for royalty. The bus driver knew that.
Okay, sorry you guys. The screen keeps going out, so that's why I keep poking at it or whatever. Anyways, so I was staring at him, and then he decided to sit next to me with his sweaty self. And so he sat next to me and then started a conversation. So, you know, I entertained it or whatever. I was just like, you know, he's cute or whatever, but
oh, it's just whatever?
Nah, you know.
Right.
No, he was really good looking. So I was just like,
I'm not good looking now? Okay, that's cool. I'll remember that. That's
he
cool.
was good looking, but at that time I was like, I'm gonna be focused on, because I was in grad school at that time. So I was like, I'm gonna focus on my schoolwork. I'm not gonna fool with these little boys and stuff like that. Anyway, so I entertained it. I, you know, was chit-chatting with him, and we started talking about just, you know, likes and dislikes for that little short bus ride. And then at the end, he was getting off the bus first to his apartment, and he said, well, you know, do you want to explore Orlando together, that kind of thing. And then
I remember what I said.
Yeah. And then I was like, you know, maybe not, that kind of thing. And then he says, well, here's what you do. I'm going to, write my number down, and then I'm going to give it to you. And if you want to call me, you can, that kind of thing. And so, I called my mom. right after he got off the bus, and I said, Mom, I met this guy, and I was like, he had a hat on. He had his military outfit on.
I was in ROTC at the time.
Anyways, and I was like, he had a hat on. My mom was like, ooh, most of the time when the guys have the hat on, then, probably their hair is messed up or they have a little pea head. So I was like, ooh. I was like, yeah, you're right, Mom. She was like, no, don't call him. She was like, just wait a little while before you call him, that kind of thing. And I was like, all right, cool. So I ended up texting him right when I got off the bus. And I was like,
what was that, like 2 minutes after the fact?
No.
You're right, like three.
But anyways, I was like, okay, cool. I was like, it was nice meeting you, that kind of thing. And then that's when we went on our first date that he paid $0 for.
That's another topic. We'll talk about that later. But let me tell you the true story of what happened. So the most important part that she's missing is for that day, she went to the school and she got on the bus and she didn't know much different because when she came to UCF, she wasn't sure if she can take the car or not. So she decided to get on the bus. Me personally, when I was in ROTC, I never had to really take the bus because I got to school so early that I drove my car on campus. For this time frame, I had to go back home, take a shower, get ready real quick to come back. So for some apparent reason, this is the only day I decided to get on the school bus. So, yeah, the little yellow school bus. But anyways, so for that day, when I was coming up to the bus, I was finishing with class. I saw the bus there. I wanted to get home as quick as possible. So I started running towards the bus. And the bus driver waited for me. So when I got on the bus, I look around, you see people looking at you automatically. I look in the back. And in my mind, I'm not going to lie. I said, man, she looks good. Let me go talk to her. But I made it a point that I said, I'm never going to try to get to anyone and talk to them while I'm in uniform. Because if I'm going to pick somebody up, I want to make sure my game is good enough. So I didn't want to do it with the uniform on. But she's looking really good. So I said, I got to take this opportunity because I don't take the bus much. I don't know when I'm going to see her next. So I went. She's staring me down, staring a hole in my head. So
and I told you guys why I was staring at him. Did I not? Okay.
You know what kind of stares are. Like it's not like a mean stare. It was like I want to get to you stare. So that's what I saw. So I said, man, she's interested. I said, let me take the time. So I went, I sat next to her and said, hey, how you doing? I explained myself. I'm like, hey, I'm here. Yeah, explain myself. I had to actually let you know what was going on.
He did. So, once he told me that he was an engineer student, I was like, my ears kind of perked.
Wow.
I was like, handsome and smart.
Okay, I get that. I'll go with that. But anyways, I sat down next to her, I started talking to her and everything, and then just trying to have a topic to talk about. I just moved into my apartment there close to the campus. I wasn't moving anywhere, but I had to spark up the conversation, and I know she's going to her apartment. So I asked her, where do you live right now? She told me. And I let her know, I'm looking to get to another apartment. I want to know how they are around in the area. So can you let me know how yours is? I may rent there. Knowing really well that I'm not going anywhere. I just moved into my apartment, but I just needed to talk to her about that. So she gave me all the information. I'm not really listening. Guys really don't do that. We don't listen. But I was just looking at her. I'm like, man, she looks good. And then when it got to the bus stop, my first stop, I realized that there was a chance that I wasn't going to see her again. So I sat there and I said, let me write down my number because we know how this works. Sometimes you get in contact with a girl, you tell her you're gonna hit her up, things are gonna go well, and they decide not to hit you up. They'll sit there and tell you everything they need to tell you to get you out of their face, and they have no intention of speaking to you. I don't like rejection, so I gave her my number and I said, here, I'm not gonna make it awkward. If you wanna hit me up, you can hit me up. Here's my number. I wrote it down, gave it to her, said we can go explore the city. I'll let you know how Orlando is. I've been here for a little while, and I'll tell you how it is. So I gave her the number, got off the bus. As soon as I got my foot off the bus, the doors closed and I got a text. And I think, and then I think right after the text, I got a call like two seconds after that.
No, because I don't even call nobody.
So in my mind, like I said, I'm telling you the truth. She lied to you. In my mind, first thing I thought was,
he's from New York. New Yorkers do all this talking. Okay, so listen, he is just talking some good game right now. He's making himself sound believable.
We got some good pizza too, so let's not do that.
Ugh.
So anyways,
New York pizza is horrible, by the way.
Wow.
Just for the record.
Wow. But anyways, we'll get back to that later. So the first thing that came to mind when I got off the bus and she called me 30 seconds after me getting off was, man, she's thirsty, but she's pretty.
He's lying.
No, I'm not gonna lie.
Also lying.
It didn't happen like that. She did call like not too long after the fact, but
I didn't call at all. I texted you.
It was a text?
Yes, you know that.
I can't remember. That was years back. I can't remember. It was something.
But yes, that is how we met, you guys. We met on the bus coming from University of Central Florida.
It was a chance encounter because after that day, we never got on a bus again.
We never did. So it was like a random meeting that if we didn't contact each other from that point, like we probably would have never like met each other other than that, because we had a different group of friends, we had different likes and interests as far as like things that we did on campus and stuff. We were in different, of course, buildings, and so it just, we probably would have never met beyond meeting on that bus. So
and then in another video, guys, I'm gonna show you and tell you how to actually get on your first date and spend $0.
It really was $0.
$0.
Yeah.
Well, it helped my pockets. That was good. And it worked. I married her, so apparently I did something right. Yeah, I ain't spend no money, so thank you. It's been real. But yes, thank you guys for listening.
All right. Yes, we will catch you guys on another video. All right. Bye-bye.